check it out, I have a channel. Hello. I made a channel because I built a computer and now can do real video editing instead of on a sad broken laptop. And so I made a channel because I can do video editing jobs now, and I have been doing paid video editing jobs with this beautiful new computer that works really, really well. So I'm going to take you through how I built it, but don't follow me. Like, don't follow how I built it, because I don't know how to build computers. It was stressful and bad, but the computer works. So maybe, I don't know, take this as your opportunity to know that you don't need to know anything to build a computer. You do need to have somebody like Gamma Elena, who will help you choose the parts that then will get mailed to your house. The first thing that I did was I needed a place to put the computer, because unlike a laptop, you can't just sit a desktop in your lap, you need a desk. Which seems straightforward, but it didn't really click for a little bit. We had a spare room, which was good, and then I put together my table and everything. When I decided to build a computer, my territory also went into lockdown because of COVID, which meant suddenly I had this really exciting thing I got to do during a period of time where I had nothing else I could possibly do. So I ordered furniture, got that built, and then I ordered computer parts, and that took longer for all the bits and pieces to come. Then once I finally decided and everything came and it was time to build, I procrastinated all day because I was very scared. Before I build my computer, I need to deal with the fact that my dog, good timing, killed a teddy bear in here. She's very proud of it. Super good day for her. Brilliant. Also, because I want to film in here, this is also where my rock machine is. So we're going to go tip out some opal and turn this off. So let's do that. I even decided that would be a great night to hand make dumplings. So I really didn't start building the computer until about 10 p.m. Oh no, now I have to build a computer. The CPU just fell down. I'm unnecessarily stressed. I'm stressed. I should just chill, but I can't. I am very grateful. I thought I would make a Ko-fi to see if anybody wanted to help donate to making a computer, because the computer that I'm looking at right now is a laptop that was very upset constantly. My computer is currently deeply unhappy so unhappy. It just needs a lot. It's okay. It just needs a lot. Oh, there's Matt. It never does playback smoothly, so I can't fully watch anything until I fully render it and export it and then watch it somewhere else, because it doesn't do playback. So I made a Ko-fi because I was like, I want to build a computer, or I want to get a good computer that doesn't hate video editing, and then once I have that, I can like maybe get some more, because I do a little bit of paid video editing, and I'm really excited. The people who I have at the moment, the work I'm doing is really fun.
Yeah, so you might have noticed this thing.
The fuck is this, Toy?
There's two things in this direction.
There's so many levers in this room now. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Woo. Forever's gonna start tonight. Woo.
But my computer hates it and crashes and overheats, and I've had it looked at, but essentially it's just a study laptop, like it's a student computer. It just doesn't want to render, and that's fair. I'm asking it to do more than I should be asking it to do. So I was blown away and so grateful to the people who contributed. I was blown away enough that I then contributed more than I was originally going to into it, so that if you did help, your money has gone even further, because I sort of made it so this is a computer that I probably will never grow out of, ever. I can't imagine, like, unless I somehow want to start doing like visual effects, but even then, like, I never ever grow out of this computer. So I'm so grateful. It also has coincided with my state going into lockdown for COVID. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have something to be doing. I get to build this computer and then play around, and I'm the video software that I use, the editing software that I use, has like a tutorial, free tutorials, how to like properly use that software really well. I'm so excited, but also terrified, because I've never done anything like this before. I've never been, well, that's actually a lie. That's a lie. I've done stuff exactly a lot like this before, just in reverse. As a kid, I pulled apart a lot of computers. My dad worked at Wang Computers and would bring home computer parts. Don't do what I do. That's a bad idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, so I pulled apart a bunch of computers, especially like the memory parts of computers that had these big magnets in them. I loved big magnets. I loved pulling apart, had big magnets and like discs, like not like the CDs, but like thick, hard discs. I loved pulling apart the memory of those. I liked VHS drive, pulling apart VHS players, and carburetors. If you ever had a chance to pull apart a carburetor, there's all these like valves, and the carburetor, I think, is the part in the car that like mixes air with petrol. I think that's what it does. I'm not gonna look it up. Anyway, I didn't learn a lot except how to be quiet out in the cubby house for hours. Now I'm putting one together for the first time. Alana has helped. Alana essentially told me what to buy and has really helped. She knows how to build computers and has sent me a tutorial, and then has made sure I know about static and how static can be a problem. And now I'm just really scared about static. And if you noticed, I still haven't started building it. Okay, let's just do it. How hard could it possibly be? So I think the best idea is to start off by putting in the power source. I hear that means you've got this big bit of metal that you can like touch and ground yourself to. There's a big hole. There's a big hole there, which looks about the size of a power thing. The buttons. Okay, good. I should tell Alana I was starting today. I feel like she'd want to know. I'm just gonna look at the tutorial. I'm gonna look at the tutorial. You guys like that? Okay. So I take off this other side. I'm not scared. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Why is this thumb screw tight? Why is this thumb screw so tight? Come out, little screw. Is there another screw? Cool. There's probably some information, you know. Oh, it slides. It slid. Remember that for when we have to put it back on. Look, this is fine. Why are you worried? Just calm down. Don't be so worried all the time. Cable ties for cable management. I'm going to be so careful and good with cable management you don't even know. This is now just a box. I think I probably would have already cut in the fact that I had to wait a long time for these parts. So while I was waiting, I made a bus stop.
And it is lovely to be with you this particular Sunday on Father's Day. 80 Francis keeping you company today. Now, this next story is just pure joy. Well, one resident in Canberra's north has taken cardboard box transformations to a whole other level. Her name is Kiralee Burnett from Palmerston, and she's used the spare boxes from a home delivery to create a replica of an icon, the Canberra bus stop. And you might have seen the photos on social media, ABC Radio Canberra's Facebook and Instagram pages. It's certainly getting lots of attention there. Transport ACT have even given their approval as a good likeness. Kiralee, welcome to Brunch. Yuma.
Hello.
It's lovely to be speaking to you. So take us back to that day when you were unpacking that home delivery and the piles and piles and piles of cardboard that you were left with.
Yeah, so I, like lots of people, have had to set up a home office, and so I needed all the things. So I needed a desk and a chair, and so I had huge boxes. I'm also trying to build a computer, so I also have, I had so many deliveries, and when you build a computer, you need all the parts, and the one bit I need hadn't come yet. And so I couldn't build the computer, and so I was looking at the pile of maybe I could make something, something. My thought was something that then people could walk past and draw on. And, you know, people tend to already kind of have a bit of a draw on Canberra bus shelters. Also, I found out that all of the plans for them are online, so I could make an exact, size replica. And I sat down and tried to do it.
So you downloaded the plans. Was it easy to make though, Kiralee?
I actually gave up because I just had sticky tape. A friend that I had been walking with in my area gave me a glue gun, and I just kept going. And I'm glad I did, because if I'd given up, then this would have never happened. So do the thing. I just had this idea, and it was very silly. I still think kind of silly, but do the silly thing. That's engaged, numerous families in Palmerston for a week.
So my shout out today is to the amazing Canberra community, from the volunteers and small businesses who are cooking and delivering food to those in need, to those building community spirit and cardboard bus stops. If you haven't seen these examples of arts installations around the community, please go to the ACT Government Facebook and you can see them there. Our entire community is really showing what it means to be Canberran, supporting each other, checking on those who are doing it tough while we're in lockdown. Thank you all for doing your bit. It's going to help us get through this time.
This feels like this is some sturdy cardboard. Maybe I'll make something else. Thermally controlled fan. There are so many fans. I think this is going to take off. There's a fan that comes with it, and then this fan, and then this has a fan, and then I have two fans here, and then literally every component has its own fan. Important information. Let's have a little look. Please refer to the manual for the most up-to-date. Is this not the manual? Caution of electric shock. Isn't that it? No more information? Okay. Didn't come with a manual. Oh, see, a fan. Okay. Oh, it smells good. I didn't do that. You didn't see me do that. Oh, the hell goes in there pretty snug too. I don't know how many peripheral cables I need. I feel like I'm gonna make people really upset. Potentially this is gonna be, you're gonna be stressed. I did see some places online where they suggested to not get electric shocks. Cause what I learned was, if you electric shock your CPU, that's it. It's potentially over and done with for your CPU. I think, well, it makes sense because it's very sensitive, and if you put like a sudden shock of electricity through it, that's a terrible idea. And so they suggested to plug it into the wall, so that it's earthed, and then but just don't turn it on. But that sounds like a terrible idea. That screw doesn't go in properly. We're gonna deal with that later. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, all good. Okay, I'm gonna put you out of the way for the moment and deal with some scary bits. This is my motherboard. It has a big thing of information. Another CD. Love to see it. You love to see it on a computer where you're not putting a CD in. And this is the motherboard. This is, see, I learned this is static proof covering. So you leave it in there. It's just like a whole other language happening on this box, so we're gonna put that in there. It's mostly a heatsink. And you'll find the serial number on top of the retail box. I hope I didn't show you the serial number. That's my serial number that's on top of the retail box that I threw down here. Like it meant nothing to me. Use only with a heatsink fan sold with the... Got it? Good. I'm so scared. So, okay, because here's the thing. I do think that it has, like, the glue stuff on it. They do have the thermal compound pre-applied. I knew it. Don't even worry. Okay, here's my question. With the electric shocks, okay. Are they saying, like, in general, like, the general amount of build-up from electric shock, if that's what's going to happen? Or are they saying that me doing this, there's a lot more chance of electric shocks, so, of static, so that's why the problem is. I'm just going to do it. I feel like people build computers on carpeted rooms all the time. Screw this. This is the last thing she ever said. That was the last thing she said, and it was very sad. Because then everything went to shit. Where do you reckon I put the sticker? I didn't know there'd be stickers. That's exciting. There is a little gold arrow, and there's a little arrow here. So it needs to go down this way like this. Oh, I will say I have like a central tremor. So I'm a bit... Be strong. Okay. So you should just pick it up from the edges. And it should just drop. Okay. Okay, come here. Okay. You should just pick it up from the edges. Like this. And it should just drop. Did not just drop in. Just gently. Okay. That felt like that dropped in. I think it dropped in. I'm scared. I really want to pick it up and put it back down again, but I'm not going to. It feels like it dropped in. It hadn't dropped in, but just then it dropped in. So what did we all learn? Okay, now I put this down. Guys, I have news. If you have been shouting at me that I have a separate cooler, you might be right. Is this fan... Where does this come in? Where does this fan? You know what? Alana had too much faith in me. Alana was like, it was too much faith. She believed in me too highly. She thought I was capable of more than I was. Let's move that. Okay, let's not. Does any of this... See, does that look like it's meant to go on to that to you? It does to me. It does to me. Like, does it have a different... It has a base plate? Okay. Okay, everything's fine. So... I shouldn't have been trusted to do this. Clearly. Alana had too much faith in me. And I want to say right now that's her fault. We can do this. We just have to be careful. Okay? We just have to be careful. But we can do it. We can do it. They want us to think that we can't. They want us to think this is hard and that it's potentially going to explode. Not explode, sorry. Potentially going to ruin very expensive equipment. But I think probably not. No. I think it's pretty straightforward. This seems quite straightforward. Oh. Don't touch. Be serious, Kiralee. Don't touch the top of the CPU. Okay, step 1. Move all 4 sliders. Okay. Here's the thing. There's 2 of these. Okay? So what does that mean? Number 1 is my question. I'm so far out of my depth. I might cry. It's been a pretty big week. Into the mounting holes and the backplate of the CPU socket fit within the cutout of the Intel backplate. And mounting holes. I don't like anything that's happening right now. Do you think this is important? I can hear my husband coming. Hello.
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 How goes it?
Oh, it's an Intel. Okay. It's not going great. I mean, nothing bad has happened, but...
I'm gonna hang out with you because I think this is cool and it might be helpful.
Okay, but don't judge me.
No judging.
I think you should hang out, you know. I'm very scared.
Is it bitten?
Yeah. I wouldn't keep spinning it if it hadn't been. You know?
Anxious and sassy. I'm helping, aren't I?
You're helping me what?
Is this more or less enjoyable with me here?
It's going forward faster.
Is that yes?
Yeah.
So maybe meditate on that before you sass me.
I cannot explain to you how anxious I am about this. Even with you here. But I was like second guessing myself a lot more while you went here. My second brain is helpful. So I appreciate you being here. Yes, it's better to be here.
Maybe we'll probably undoing these screws. Since you put it in upside down, and you didn't put 4 screws in. How about that?
I did put 4 screws.
Put all the screws in it? How many screws?
There are only 2 screw holes. The other ones are fakies. They're like Audis, and then you snap it in.
So there's no screw behind that? Like you could screw through it or something?
That
Yeah.
has a thing that pokes out, and it pokes into the little hole.
Oh, okay. Like a divot.
Like a divot.
Where is motherboard book?
Sorry, I looked for it. I just didn't look very hard. As in, I didn't say anything.
Your head?
I didn't realize.
Literally brings new definition to the fact I didn't look very hard. Like normally for me, it's like I didn't look under something or whatever. It's like I didn't.
I didn't recognize that there was enough space there for it to be.
Yeah, I love you.
We love. We love. I'm not sure even if that's gonna work, you know.
No, I put that one on the main board.
I'll
And
put
put
that
the
on
straight
the
one.
main board. Smart.
So put that one on
that's
number.
number 1.
Yeah.
Ugh. Do you want to give me some pressure? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message. Found it, and I did it. It had like a register that I found. Okay. This one. Okay. Okay.
This must have the buttons in there.
I wonder what that little red thing is. Motherboard does not recognize the CPU. Oh. The red lights went off. The red lights went off.
Can you really put this in? No.
Should we turn it off?
No. Follow the distractions.
Okay, but it's open still.
No, doesn't matter.
Ah!
Where's the thing for this? Is this it? Plug that in. And this.
Okay. Found it all. No, this is the last one. Have not lost the entire project, porting it over to the new computer. Winning. We are only winning today. Yes. So there you go. This is on my computer now. I can do playback at the same time as OBS is running. This is my editing. It's so happy. It's so responsive. It plays back. There's a big hole. Yes, there's a big hole. That's with. I am just so much more older and wiser now. I know so much more about computers. Obvious. No jokes. It was terrifying. This is me editing. And I'm gonna render this. And it's gonna render so quickly because it's on this beautiful computer. And my desktop is these crazy cats. So I just wanted to say thank you again. I'm really excited. Look, I can show you. It's my computer. It's running. It's happy. It's got this dude on top of it. He's happy. Everyone's happy. I couldn't have done it without the people who supported me. I'm really, really grateful. It legitimately has meant that I can make income off video editing, which I've already begun to do. So if you need a video editor, somebody to make clips from your stream or highlight videos or make a narrative out of a game that you're playing, let me know. I'm available because I have this really cool computer now that I built by myself with generous amount of help from my husband when I was freaking out. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and there'll be many more to come.